Howdy, Jacob here. I haven't reviewed the companies that I've reviewed in a while, so I just want to go over where some of the companies that I have already done are at and how close some of them are or not. So to me, I look for companies that are within 15% or that can give me a 15% return annually over the next 7 years. That's usually the discount rate that I look for. And so I think if I limit it to within 25% of a buy, that gets us to roughly a 10% return given my assumptions. And just to note here, um, the companies that are in this highlighted color are companies that I've already done a deep dive on. And so please, if you want to watch those videos, I'm not going to tell you to watch anything. If you don't want to, that's fine. But if you want to watch a deeper dive on these videos, I should have in-depth analyses here. And those are the companies that I think or the companies, those are the highlighted companies are the ones I've done a deep dive on. There are some companies that I do need to do a deeper dive on, like New Skin Enterprises. I need to do a deeper dive on. I try to when companies get within 10%, I try to do a deep dive on them, but it does take me quite a while due to the fact that I got a job like some other people, and no offense, but this doesn't pay the bills by any means. So this definitely takes a back road to a lot of other things, but I do try to get them out as quickly as I can. So I just wanted to show you the list of stocks that I currently have within 25% of a buy price for me, which essentially gets us to companies I think will get a 10% return over the next 10% a year over the next 7 years. Again, these are just my assumptions. Don't hold them to Jesus. Don't do anything crazy with them. Do your own analysis. This is all just my perspective, given the things that I've looked at, and these non-highlighted ones especially. I haven't done a deeper dive on them, so I've done analyses where the numbers are saying it's an absolute buy, screaming deal, and then I look deeper and maybe I'm like, oh, they're way too leveraged. They're way too centralized on one part of the business that if it blows up, they're done. So I need a way bigger safety net on the discount rate. But for now, I'm hoping that this is a little bit helpful to see the kinds of companies that I think are decent buys right now. And again, just keep in mind the non-highlighted ones I haven't done deeper dives on. So just if you look at this, you see that Medifast looks like a great deal. To me, when I look at Medifast, I have seen it in the I do the little book that beats the market, the 30 stocks, 50 stocks, whatever. And I look through that every couple months, and I've been seeing it in there quite a bit. And I was seeing it in there when the stock price was at 100. I think a lot has happened to the business. I'm not promoting it by any means. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Um, you know, I don't want you to buy anything you don't feel comfortable with. I want you to do your own analysis and come up with stuff that makes sense to you. But to me, it made sense, and I still think it makes a lot of sense. What is that? Legit and Plate have looked at the business, and I think that it could be pretty close to a decent price at this point. Gray Television was a bit interesting. So you just have to find things that make sense to you, and if they don't make any sense, or something doesn't look right to you, don't just do it because anyone tells you to do it. You have to do your own research. But to me, these are the companies in my dividend yield that look to be reasonably priced to where I could easily see you getting a 10% return or so over the next 7 year, 10% a year return over the next 7 years. And again, I'm gonna very likely be wrong on 100% of these. It could be, maybe it's not 10, 9.9. Maybe it's -30. They go out of business. Maybe it's 40%. I don't know. I'm just making assumptions that make sense to me. So just keep that in mind. And then for the fundamental screeners where we're at right now, I'm going to do the same thing. Given within 25%, we have a bit less companies. We're looking at about 8 companies. Um, and we're seeing that I've only done a deeper dive on D local, but again, I need to do a deeper dive on Mastercraft, and InMode. But these 8 companies are the ones based on initial analysis outside of D-Local doing in-depth analysis that look like they are a reasonably priced company to where, again, I could see you getting 10% a year over the next 15 or so years. 7, whoa, not 15. 15%, 10% return over the next 7 years. That's how I do my analyses. Um, but again, please do your own research. This video is just to remind everyone where we're at. I just get kind of blown up sometimes in my head of gotta do a bunch of videos today. I'm going to be busy the next couple of days, whatever it may be. But I just forget that I've been doing it for a couple months now, and I want to remind everyone of where we're at with some of the companies, and to tell you that I hope to do deeper dives on some of the ones that look like they're great deals now. Uh, but yeah, I mean that's all I had for the video today. I hope you enjoy it. Again, take everything I say with the world amount of salt, whatever. This is just my analyses for these companies, and do what you want with them. It is to each their own. If you think I'm silly with my valuation, great. If you think it's perfect, great too. It's just everyone's going to have their own opinion, and everyone's perspective on valuing companies is different. So please just do what makes the most sense to you, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what companies I think are pretty decent right now. But again, can't put myself back enough. Just do what you want with them. Don't say I said this is a great deal. Just do what you want with it. So thank you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.